Something big is about to unravel in Baltimore. A deal that once felt nearly locked in with Tyler Linderbaum is now facing real danger. And the possibility of him not being on the roster in 2026 is no longer a distant rumor. With a massive offer on the table, other teams ready to pounce, and direct implications for Lamar Jackson's contract situation. This negotiation could trigger a domino effect that completely reshapes the franchise. And you need to understand why. The idea that Tyler Linderbaum's extension was on track started losing steam after analysis from Dalton Wasserman of Pro Football Focus. Even though Eric DeCosta has stated that the team made a strong, market-setting offer, the outside perspective is far less optimistic. The message is simple and concerning. There is absolutely no guarantee this deal gets done. There is a very real possibility that Linderbaum tests the market and ends up wearing a different uniform in 2026. And when an external analysis starts threatening that scenario is as legitimated, the entire outlook shifts. What once felt like a matter of time now sounds like an open battle with real risk attached. That alone changes how this offseason is viewed internally, and the situation becomes even more delicate once you realize he wouldn't be alone in that market. And that's where things get even more complicated. The biggest red flag is the belief that Linderbaum is determined to test the open market. That changes everything. As long as negotiations are exclusive, the team still controls the process. Once a player hits free agency, he listens to everyone and based on projections. Teams like the Los Angeles Chargers, New York Giants, and Las Vegas Raiders could enter the race aggressively. These aren't fringe franchises. They have needs at the position and the financial muscle to spend. That means the price could rise quickly, and more importantly, the decision would no longer rest solely in the Ravens' hands. When multiple serious suitors get involved, negotiations take on a completely different dimension. And if competition is already preparing to act, the next unavoidable question becomes clear. How much will it truly cost to keep a center of this caliber in Baltimore? Projections place Linderbaum in the $20 to $22 million per year range if a deal gets finalized. That's not just a strong contract, that's a market reset at the position. Right now, the highest paid center in the league is Creed Humphrey of the Kansas City Chiefs, averaging $18 million per year. To retain Linderbaum, Baltimore would likely need to surpass that number and establish a new financial ceiling for centers in the NFL. And the football case is undeniable. Free trade from Pro Football Selection is just for a season proving his already elite. The issue isn't just finding the talent, it's fitting that number into a financial plan that's already under pressure. Because once you start talking about record-setting deals, another major negotiation inevitably enters the picture. And in this case, it has a name and a massive impact on the franchise's future. Lamar Jackson's contract is a central piece of this puzzle. The Ravens are trying to avoid a $74.5 million salary cap hit in 2026, which makes a carefully structured extension or restructured extension if that situation isn't resolved the right way. The team's financial flexibility could shrink dramatically, directly affecting their ability to pay Linderbaum what he's seeking. In other words, this isn't an isolated negotiation, it's a chain reaction of interconnected decisions. If Lamar's extension stalls or fails to generate the expected cap relief, the center's deal could become financially unrealistic, and when two foundational pieces begin competing for the same cap space, the margin for error becomes razor thin. If that happens, the organization could be forced to explore alternatives nobody wants to see on the field. If Linderbaum leaves, the Ravens wouldn't be completely without options. One reported alternative is Connor McGovern, currently with the Buffalo Bills, who could serve as a contingency plan. The team could also look day two of the draft to find a younger, more cost-controlled replacement. From a strategic standpoint, those are viable paths. But none of those options offer the same immediate stability Linderbaum provides. Replacing a young, proven elite center who already has chemistry within the offensive line carries structural risk. Baltimore would clearly prefer to avoid that scenario, because losing a player developing house for 4 years isn't just a swap, it's a setback that could directly impact the unit's overall performance in 2026. This is no longer just another offseason storyline. It's a decision that could shape the direction of the franchise. Tyler Linderbaum is a cornerstone of the offensive line, and with a major offer on the table, outside interest building, and direct implications for Lamar Jackson's contract, everything is connected and under pressure. Now I want to hear from you. Should the Ravens pay whatever it takes to keep him, or is there a line they shouldn't cross? Drop your opinion in the comments, because this choice could define the team's future. Thanks for watching, I'll see you in the next video.